chill out, it's gonna be fun.
And the winds are crazy right now.
Here he comes, Devon, my brother. The final bit. We've had to have a word with him, but yeah, he's a lovely guy. Come on, brother. Congratulations.
That was crazy 30 hours.
Quick.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
All right, brother.
Check. Bro, we just did Aconcogua in 24 hours.
Yeah.
What was the plan?
I know you had obviously a bit of trouble, but you went and did a individual kind of acclimatization Victor. I was super content that you had done what you need to do.
2 a.m. and the winds are crazy right now. I can't even sleep.
After that, it was quite intense because of the bad weather coming in for a week almost, and we had only those 2 days where we had to take the advantage. So yeah.
2 days. We got on the mountain on Thursday, and then you said, okay, Friday, 10 a.m.
Yeah, Thursday, and we had a big party.
We had a big party. We had a great time.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. And then, which I'm not used to.
Just chill out. It's gonna be fun. Relax,
It's gotta be chill.
We skipped camp 1.
Yeah.
Normally you sleep at camp 1?
So no, the thing is, once you're acclimatized, what you do is you can skip camp 1.
Okay.
So what we did was we went to camp 2 directly. What it was impressive was it took 4 hours 20 minutes for every team members to get over there, and that's something I'd never seen. I was like, wow, these guys are super acclimatized, and here we are. And I was like, yeah,
We're good to go.
Devon, ready to take on Aconcogua.
Yeah, and check it out.
Camp 2,
This is the sunset.
our view for now.
Sunset.
Beautiful, guys.
By the time we get to the top, it's gonna be the sunrise. Then 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. you split up the teams. Why do you split up the teams?
so I had like 2 groups. One was obviously a bit slower, and the other were a bit quicker. And the plan was to manage the team in such a way that we reach the summit at the same time. So
Right.
that the slowers would go like an hour ahead, the faster would come a bit later, so they're not exposed to the weather, altitude for that long.
Got it.
So yeah, so that's the reason.
Once we left, people obviously, they started dropping out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's necessarily due to acclimation or difficulty. I think it's more of a mental thing.
100%. So if you look into the science and everything, everybody had climbed, and they had slept at camp 2.
They did.
That is like next level acclimatization, and I can go. Nobody does it then. So yeah, even like getting up to camp 2 in 4 hours 20 minutes, you cannot do that if you're super acclimatized. So
Right.
and that was kind of Nikki I was looking into, and hence why like we're at camp 2, I kind of like knew who were stronger, who were a bit weaker. I kind of managed the team, and after that it's like a mind game.
Yeah.
You start off in the first 30 to 45 minutes is always a struggle.
Always.
And if you can't...
Why? Because you're trying to catch your breath, right?
Yeah, because you've been resting.
Right.
It's like you feel like normal, and you just start walking and you're like suddenly out of a breath.
Right.
But you need to like keep going in order to have that as a norm.
It's like you're getting warmed
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
You got to
yeah.
get warmed up. And then we get to camp 3. It's like 1 a.m. It's
Yeah.
pretty cold outside.
Yeah.
Start giving us apples, which
Apples,
were
yeah.
freaking amazing.
Yeah. Few drinks, yeah.
Little drinks, little caffeine.
water, yeah,
hot
yeah.
water, which was great. After that, more people had to drop out.
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
and again, that just kind of goes to mental, I think.
I think, for me, like what people need to understand here is extreme high altitude mountaineering is not an easy game. It's like full on voluntary pain.
Right.
So if you're happy to have that pain all the way through, then you're okay. But if you didn't expect that, or it's like that, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because everybody's suffering, even I'm suffering. So,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we get to that ridge.
Yeah. But I was like keeping everyone like guys together, you know, like
how long? I mean, what, like 200 yards is that thing? 300 yards longer?
So I think we came to the ridge where it's like super exposed, you know, like this.
That one, where the wind was coming.
Yeah, where the wind was coming in. I was like, and then I was saying to everybody like, come on, you're back towards the wind.
Yeah, yeah. We were all
The idea is like,
Haven't slept in 27 hours. Exhausted. This isn't a walk in the park. This is pain cave. Big time.
if you face your back, you know, on the wind and you are protected, your hands is warm, you can even like do whatever you need to do. You know, sometimes people like even put a bit of face and like it's not really nice.
It's hard.
And the chin.
That's probably why I'm all burnt.
And I was like, you know, I was like getting everybody together. I was like, is your hands okay? So like, yeah. I was like, yeah, we keep going, and yeah, man, it was
good.
Yeah, it was for me. I enjoy helping people. You know, you can see like, you know, some of my local guides, they were like, you know, they don't want to carry weight. So I was carrying like 7 liters of thermos, you know, water with 7 kg. 3 different like, you know, energy drinks.
You were cutting people apples. You were giving people.
Yeah.
You were carrying people's water. You gave me your pants.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, this is crazy. Like one of the most giving people I've ever met, and I was just like, this is amazing. So I appreciate that.
But you know, the big thing is, guys, is the attitude. You know, and as long as you know you don't give up and you want it, you know, here. Everything is possible, you know. So this is what, you know, those guys who submitted, they didn't want to give up. And it's up to me as a guide, as expert leader, to say, hey, now you are on that threshold, you need to turn around. But some people like turn them around themselves. So yeah, that
last like 200 yards, you see summit, there's 9 people left. One person dropped out. And there was maybe 50 yards to go. Right, that was nuts. But then you started yelling to me, you're like, Devon, hurry up, you can't stay at this altitude that long.
That was crazy 30 hours.
Quick. Nice, awesome. Cool, okay.
It didn't freak me out, I was just like, okay, I gotta go. Right?
So here's a little science, you know.
What's behind that?
Because no one was acclimatized to 7,000 meters here.
No one,
you know. So the science here is, if you're too fast, as in like if you're pushing too hard, you are also vulnerable to getting high altitude sickness, either HIS or HIP. In HIP is, you know, you have lungs in the water. HIS is you have like, you know, your brains is like suffering because there's not enough oxygen.
Got it.
High altitude cerebral edema. So I was very worried because the guys were like, you know, climbing few steps and they were like having like 10 minutes chill out. And for me it was like the summit push is taking way longer. The guys have been exposed to the altitude and now they're even getting more exposed because they're taking their time to get to the summit.
Got it.
So I was like, look guys, you know, it's enough. You have spent so much time here. We need to get to the summit and get back down quickly.
Up and down.
So I was like yelling at people like, you know, we can't, because nobody can live at, you know, like extreme high altitude. They can survive.
So it's quick.
So I was like, it's like, that's what I was like, you know, like you turn around and then, but yeah, and imagine, you know, like we only went to the summit, took pictures quick and we got back as fast as possible.
As fast as possible.
But we still had to help people on the rope to bring them down. Imagine if they have been exposed an hour extra as the pace they were going, it would have been full-on rescue.
Wow.
And for me, you know, I didn't want that because I take pride in guiding. I take pride in my knowledge. So that's why I was like, you know, and yeah.
What we did definitely wasn't normal schedule, but at 0 point in the whole climb was I like, Nibs is crazy. There's no way we could. I trusted you the whole time. I wasn't. I never questioned that. Like, what would you rate that? I mean, that was pretty hard.
I think what everybody did was extremely well, and but everything was done by the book. The guys, you know, they went and slept at Camp 2, got back down, so that's full on acclimatized. You know, you went over there and trained us 5,000 meters, got back down. So by the book and according to the science, it was done, you know, perfectly.
It was okay.
Sometimes people have to stay at the base camp for longer because of the weather. We had the weather and we took the advantage, and that's it. You know, it's all about being adapting and taking the opportunity and being ready to good to go, you know, whenever the window is there. So
always have
that's what we did.
Give them a couple tips that you would give. Like people, my audience, they're not mountaineers, right? They love health and wellness. They love getting after in life. They love doing epic but maybe not so many mountaineers. I'm a new mountaineer.
Yeah.
I don't climb mountains. I'm very new to this, but I figure it out and I get it done.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I'm around a guy like you that does the same thing. What are a couple tips for people that are trying to get into mountaineering? Do they take courses? Do they go acclimate before a mountain? Like what would you suggest?
Okay, I think the first one is we keep saying this in special forces. You know, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast.
Okay.
Don't try to go too fast and mess things up. You know, take it steady, and you'll get there. The second thing what I keep saying is like, small things matter the most on the big mountains.
That,
it's like small things. It's not a big thing, you know. And the third thing is like, if you ever want to get into high altitude mountaineering, you know, like Aconcogua is a really good one to start with, or you can go even Kilimanjaro and all. And but what mountain makes you is really humble.
It makes you very humble.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you bringing.
Hey man, thanks brother, man. And
you're a new brother.
Thank you for everything, mate, and thank you for joining Elite Expert. You know, it means a lot to myself, Migma David, and Migma Tenji, and every Sherpas out there. Please respect.
Let's do more mountains, bro.
Of course, man. Thank you.
Let's go.